We have breaking news, and it's not actually breaking news, but it is an update on a video that I have made prior. Now, the Lisa Cook case. Now, I don't know if you guys even remember it, and if you haven't watched the video, go back and watch that video. It's about Lisa Cook, who actually committed mortgage fraud. So I'm going to go over a really quick rundown of what actually happened. So Lisa Cook is one of the 7 governors that's actually on the Federal Reserve, and she was actually appointed by Democrat Joe Biden. So she's on the Federal Reserve as a governor that actually gets to help make the decision on if we will get rate cuts or not. And if anyone has been watching the news between Jerome Powell and Donald Trump, it is a lot of tension because Donald Trump and Republicans, we want rate cuts to happen. We think that the way that the markets are, the way that the economy looks, and really just the way that the data is showing is that we actually need rate cuts. We need rate cuts to help spark the economy. Jerome Powell, on the other hand, and Democrats, including Lisa Cook, is on the other side of the fence. They think that tariffs are hurting us and that actually inflation is going up. There's been job market reports that have come out since then, and the data is actually showing the opposite. It's actually showing that we need rate cuts, and we needed rate cuts last month. We needed rate cuts a few months ago, and actually other institutions are now getting involved saying, hey, yo, we need rate cuts now because the job market's not doing good, and we need something to really spark the economy. So Lisa Cook, she's one of the 7 governors on the Federal Reserve who gets to make the rate cuts, like I said. She does not want rate cuts to actually happen. They think that they need to stand still, let's just see how this shakes out because we don't want to cut too early. Well, the Federal Housing Finance Agency actually oversees mortgage grants and mortgages in general. And they looked into her, and she actually has committed mortgage fraud. So she had 2 homes. She bought one in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and then recently after, she bought one in Atlanta, a condo in Atlanta. She said that they were both primary residencies, and you can't have 2 primary residencies, especially because this happened only 14 days apart. And if anyone knows anything about buying a house, it usually takes longer than 14 days to actually go look at the house and close and move in, all that stuff. So she had 2 houses, which is a no-go. You can only have 1 primary. So she was accused of fraud, and Trump demanded that she resigns. She said she's not going to resign because she didn't do anything wrong. She didn't do it whenever she was actually on the Federal Reserve, which is honestly stupid because it doesn't matter if you do it while you're in the government or not. You're a human being. You have to follow the laws just like everyone else. You are in the United States. You have to follow the laws. And so she said, I don't have to do that because it happened before I was even on the Federal Reserve. Why would I resign now? It doesn't matter. You still committed a crime, and now it's just a higher spotlight because you are in the position that you are. You still committed the crime. And so she said she did nothing wrong. It was before she joined the Fed. Well, Trump on August 25th comes out and says, hey, I'm firing Lisa Cook. She is out of here, which is actually a good thing because if she gets fired, that means Trump gets to appoint someone that's going to align with his agenda, align with how the Republicans are wanting to vote on the Federal Reserve. And if he gets someone that he wants on the Federal Reserve, they're most likely going to vote in favor of rate cuts. They're most likely going to want to see rates come down, which is awesome for all investors, awesome for people that think the economy needs a little bit of spark. So he wants these rate cuts. She doesn't want to resign, but she has committed a crime. So where are we at in this case? Well, on tonight, it's Tuesday. It is the 9th of September. So this is just a couple weeks ago that this all happened. Well, it is Tuesday, August 9th, and a federal judge has now blocked Donald Trump from actually being able to fire her. So she's not going to get fired, and actually the lawsuit has to carry out now in court, which is crazy because before people were saying, oh, she's fired, rates are definitely going to come down. And I still think rates are going to come down. It's just very interesting to see how this is actually going to play out. I think regardless if she's there or not, we're going to see rate cuts. I think Jerome Powell was pretty adamant on that at Jackson Hole, saying basically key economic data is showing that rate cuts have to happen here in the future. And so people were saying, oh, guess what? He's actually pretty bullish on rate cuts now, because he could have come out and said, no rate cuts. But the fact that he even mentioned it, the fact that he even had a thought and said it out loud, that means that we're probably going to have rate cuts. And then the data is just keeps coming in from past data points saying the job market's even slower than what it was, than what they thought. We're not adding jobs. It's worse. And so I don't understand how that happens either with the data points being so wrong, so skewed that we don't get rate cuts. And this is coming from the government information. So I really don't understand how their information is so wrong, and all of a sudden now we look up and they're saying actually it's way worse than what we thought the job market is, and we need rate cuts like a long time ago to actually help get the spark going for the economy, get companies actually to start borrowing money, start getting people jobs, start making more money, and then just keep rolling that into a really, really good time for the economy. So it's kind of shocking to see that is happening. And then this is all right here in the fourth, right in front of us. We have this drama for Lisa Cook committing mortgage fraud, and we have judges blocking Trump saying he's firing her. He wants to appoint certain people. It's kind of all just a drama. So I was just giving an update. It's kind of breaking news because this just came out tonight, Tuesday, September 9th, that the judge is blocking Donald Trump from actually being able to fire her, and the lawsuit actually has to play out. So if you like news like this, breaking news, or if you like any kind of information, knowledge, opinions, budgeting, personal finance, investing in cryptos and stocks and credit cards and all kinds of stuff like that, this is the channel for you. And I appreciate you guys being here. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon, because I'm going to have videos like this coming out all the time. Also, hit the thumbs up for the algorithm, and then comment down below, should she be able to get fired for mortgage fraud? Because I've mentioned this to a couple people and they're like, it doesn't really matter. But in my head, she still broke the law. And like, if it was the average Joe, we'd probably get in trouble. So let me know down below if she should get fired or not. And then also comment down below, what do you think the rate cut's actually going to be? Is it going to be smaller or bigger? Or maybe we're not going to get one at all. I don't know, but the data is definitely leaning towards a rate cut this month. And actually, the last time I looked, it might be potentially 3 rate cuts by the end of this year. So with that being said, remember guys, until next time, you can do all things through him that give you strength. Peace.